The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 67, Nasdaq's up 35, S&Ps are up 10, gold contract down 660, trading at $13.17 an ounce. We have silver down 13 cents, $16.47 an ounce. Copper's trading $3.10 a pound, down a penny. We get light sweet crude down 54 cents, $61.50 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note up one tick, 120.02. 30-year bond up 12 at 143.16. King dollar down 80 ticks, trading 89.560. The euro is at 123.14 to one U.S. dollar. Yen is at 106.54 to one U.S. dollar. And Bitcoin's up 764 at 97.69.
Yeah, we'll see where Bitcoin goes this week,
No,
right?
totally.
Tough week for Bitcoin. Cryptos last week a little bit, down about 20%.
Right.
Good week for the market, though.
Oh, my
Up
God.
dramatically.
Yeah.
NASDAQ new highs.
Broke out big time.
And continuing to the upside so far this morning.
Yeah. So let's go to the NASDAQ first, because there's no doubt, folks, the NDX 100, bottom line, broke topside and got away from the highs, too. The high that we're talking about is 7,022. That was the high of the 26th. We come down hard off that, got back up on that counter trend bounce for the 27th, almost made it, and that's a decisive break. So in order for that to get back inside, it's going to take quite a bit. If we look inside the NDX 100, strength versus the weakness, those chips, man, Micron Tech up 6.7%. Look at that, 363. NVIDIA up 3%, 7%. Now watch this, NVIDIA. This is what was pretty wild on Friday, folks. NVIDIA didn't move on Friday. So NVIDIA was here, it went from 242 to 245,
Sure,
right?
compared to what the market was doing, yeah.
Well, watch, Lam Research.
CX.
Yeah, and when I was pulling this up, I said, man, this is really weird that NVIDIA didn't move. Because Lam Research, man, look at what Lam did.
Yeah.
Lam went from 213 to 226.
Definitely.
Taking everything out. So you got a delayed reaction.
And just going back, those are the biggest percentage movers when you pull it up. But you got Apple up $2 today, man, which is
so is that
big
going
move
after its high too? Yeah, that's going over its high too. We bring that back.
it might not be the huge daily percentage mover, but when you're talking about a company that size,
exactly,
and the weighting and all that good stuff and making new highs, $2 is a big move on Apple. I say $2, $1.70, it's a big move, almost 1%.
And we go over to Netflix. So Netflix this morning, there's some news on Netflix. It's going to get interesting. So the battle is going to be set up with Netflix. Now, Netflix is down 420, and what this is about, this guy here, let's, okay. Citron Research, right? Says Netflix content spend is unsustainable in the long run. Guys say that it could be shorted back to 300. Now, this guy, the guy that runs Citron, is a guy that does his homework in a huge way. He's made some huge calls, and the stocks have got actually smoked.
To the short side, right?
Yes,
they
to the short
like
side.
the short,
to the short side. It's going to be intriguing to see how it runs out here. Most of his other calls really have been the aspect of they're overvalued, but there's always something fundamentally wrong with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like...
And he's not saying I'm not a believer in Netflix.
Yeah,
he's just saying,
and he's only saying 300, which is nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not a big deal.
I don't know if I'd want to risk shorting a company like Netflix for only $27,
I
right?
agree.
I mean,
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
No doubt. In fact, if we look at it, this is, let me see, I think this is on it just finished an ABC up. Yeah, that's where it took it out.
Because they keep, just as keep going on, they keep plowing new subscribers. Definitely worldwide growth is where they're really coming into it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Everybody
I agree.
loves Netflix, right?
Yeah.
And they probably have a lot of room for expansion to raise their prices. We've talked about this before as well. It's like, I don't even know to put in context of and I think it's like $11.99 I pay a month. I'm not even sure. But that's because it's somewhere around $10, $11, $12, which is just remarkable. If you use it at all,
Right.
it's worth it.
Right.
So they could probably go up to $15, $20.
In a heartbeat.
And they're going to lose some people at that level, but it'd be hard-pressed to find most people that you can would drop it if on that price rise. So
you could definitely go up $2 or $3 in a second, which is just be a monster move.
Now the other side of that is it is intriguing how much they spend on content. I mean, it's almost jokingly how many shows they put out. It's like hundreds and hundreds of shows, too many to watch. So.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's why I think we're all just morphing to Netflix. I am. I definitely am. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you have 2 young girls in the house, so.
Yeah. Well, and guess what?
It lends itself to that demographic, though. It does.
And you know what's so funny too is that we actually have 2 accounts, and it's like it's so least expensive that it's not like
So you have 2 accounts.
Bridget has an account and I have an account.
Okay.
It just happened that way. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, do we really need that? No, we don't.
Well, that was a fun story. Then why don't you cancel one? What are you talking about? What is going on?
Because it's only $10 a month.
No,
I know
that's not a good story, man. You got to cancel it then. Wait, it's just... That's not a good story. So what? It's not worth canceling? I don't think you need 2 accounts then.
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
Well, okay.
Let's go take a look at the Dow Industrials.
See, 4 devices per an account. What are you doing, man? $10.
4
lighting it on fire.
Account.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
So inside, Goldman. So Goldman's in the news this morning.
Yeah. They got their new guy in line for secession once Bankfield steps out.
Yeah. So Goldman's going after its highs of 273.25. Yeah, that's the highs too. So that's going to be a big day in Goldman. Yeah. What's intriguing there is that I suspect. Let's see what they say, because I don't think that Bankfield's going to lay around to the rest of the year. The first news out last week is that he's retiring by the end of the year.
Okay.
The second news come out this morning and say, okay, here's a new CEO. It's like, really? Which makes sense, but I just, if the guy's going to run the place, he's going to run it now. Goldman Sachs said David Solomon will become the sole president of the company, elevating him over Harvey Schwartz as the eventual successor to Lloyd Blankfield. Schwartz will leave the bank
on April 20th. So that's Schwartz. So he stepped down. That's the news. He stepped down.
Yeah.
So now you have David Solomon is going to become the sole president and COO of the company.
Boy, what a battle, huh? That's intense when you're in a big corporation like that, right?
Yeah.
You want to be the CEO.
Oh, of course.
And then
you want to. I don't know. I mean, how old is Harvey Schwartz? He's stepping down. I don't know. Maybe he's past that point where he would want to start that venture. Some people, you know what I mean? I don't.
Here he is right here. Let's see. So. Let's see. Does it give birthday? Columbia University? No, he's young. He only got his MBA from Columbia in 1996. Bachelor's degree in 1987. Okay. There he is, 54.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Some people, man, you got $100 million in the bank and you're 54. You don't want to take a 5-year venture to. I mean, you got to work your butt off if you're CEO. I'm just putting context. No, you can't even put your mind there.
Oh no. I think that
not everybody wants to work forever, man, to be king of the world. I'm just putting,
But but these 2 guys did.
Well, that's where you're assigning value to that.
Right.
Right.
That's why
these 2 guys did. That's not fact. That's you saying maybe they wanted to, and I'm saying, well maybe some people at 55 with $100 million in the bank don't want to go work forever. No, they did. They did.
No, my point is they wouldn't have been co-presidents. That's how you get to be the CEO. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Differing opinions. That's the world.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 32. You get the Nasdaq up 30. S&Ps are up 7. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here. So Micron, look at that. Micron is up $3.70, 27 million. GE's up 20. You got Twitter down 24. Nvidia's the big mover out here. That's up $6. Inside the Dow Industrials, you got American Express up 3. Boeing is down 430.
You said American Express up 3. I think it's like flat, right?
3 cents, 8 cents.
Yeah.
Let's go over to Boeing and take a look at Boeing. So Boeing's been on a tear, no doubt. Yeah, $4 is nothing to Boeing. Amazon, the king dog out here. Look at this thing, man. Up another $19.
New highs every day.
New highs every day. And Bezos was at, he actually called his Amazon lottery winnings. So he was at it was a space dinner Saturday night. And he was explaining that he's going to take, right now he's publicly saying it's $1 billion a year he's putting into space. But in his speech, he's saying that that's where he's going to put his Amazon lottery winnings.
Okay.
You know, look at that. That's pretty amazing.
It is.
You know, you're talking about, let's see. So, is this still 20? Oh, that's 2009. But that's pretty sick. 2009, $80 to $1,600.
And just to put it, I mean, he's got to feel like that a little bit. And you know, I mean, he's brilliant. He deserves it all. But just in terms of how recently he's come to a new stratosphere, you know, I mean, you go back, he's been worth. He knew he was going to be a billionaire at some point back here, probably, where you know he's got 80 million shares. So at $100, he's worth 800 million. But he knows that
that's
probably by then it's going higher. You know, things are going well. But man, you go right back to here. It's only at 500. Call it. So what's that? 4.
And that's February of last year.
Yeah, and so like even you know. He's multiplied 3 times his wealth since that point. You know, it's pretty remarkable. So it's worth like 40 billion up to like 100 billion. Well, geez, At 40 billion, you can do anything. At 100 billion, yeah, a billion here, a billion there. Seriously, right?
It's sick, man. It really is like. I just gotta see this for a second, just because I want to see if anyone else is out there selling. Like, so, Bezos, yeah, 66 shares.
Yeah.
Whatever that was about.
And what's amazing is that is almost $100,000 though, which is pretty remarkable. It's just right. I mean,
Yeah.
literally 66 shares is 100 grand that he just closes out, and it's literally decimal points on his ownership.
Yeah. Now this gets interesting. So BlackRock, this is probably through one of the ETFs, but this is interesting that they're filing. They've done well. The filing, which came out the last quarter of 2017, they bought 24.5 million shares.
5% of the company, man.
Yeah. So let's just look at that for a second, because that is pretty intense in itself. So if I go to January, they bought it in the quarter. Okay, there it is there, 1170. Look at that. So they bought it the 90 days before that. You don't know when, but bottom line, they didn't buy it over $1,190.
Sure.
You know, that's pretty intense. That is like over the top.
Yeah.
NV, well, here, I want to go to the SMHs actually. Yep, new all-time high. So inside the SMHs, let me bring this back. Yeah, look at that thing, nonstop. $46 January of 2016. Now at $112. Big numbers, no doubt. Gold contract. Let's go over to the gold contract. So. Okay, so, last week, Friday, we rejected lower prices to come into the high volume spike at March 1st. Today, you rejected lower price, which is positive. This thing, we need a sign of strength. If we take a look at silver, silver held up a lot better than gold did last week. Not held up better, but acted better than silver had in a long period of time, which was positive. Silver right now down 0.7%. You're off 12 cents. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. And good old King Dollar continues to have a hard time. That rejected the higher price last week. Well, actually, the week before. No, last week too. So we'll see where that baby's going. The 10-year, let's go take a look at the 10-year, because the 10-year continues to look like it's trying to get off these lows. And it looks like that 3% is a psychological barrier. So right now, you can see we've been here since, that's February 15th, and 2.885. And look at the highs, 2.950.
Yeah,
so
right there, right? Pretty close.
Right there, if we go back to, let's see, I gotta get out of this.
It's not like it's there you go.
So we go back to the March 21st. It's going to be here any minute.
Yeah.
So that's 100% probability that we're going up 25 basis points.
Yes.
After that, May, that goes down quite a bit then.
Yeah, it gets to June.
Yeah.
June is the expectation for the next cut, right?
Right.
At 64, pretty much.
Right.
And then looking for the third cut, we start to get into September, November. These all become kind of the almost 50% chance that we get to a third cut by somewhere near the end of the year. Yeah. And then look at it just for the fourth cut, right? There's only right now about a
raise,
20.
right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, raise. Thank you. There's only a 25% chance that we get there.
4 would be shocking, I think.
It would.
That's a full 1%.
Definitely. The market doesn't have that priced in. No way right now.
No.
If Jerome Powell came out and said immediately there's definitely going to be 4 cuts this year, the market would go crazy, right?
Yeah,
Because it's
would.
not even close to factored in.
Right.
I agree. Yeah.
If we go over and we take a look at Bitcoin, so now remember, folks, 8 o'clock in the morning on the Nadex platform, you can start trading the weekly Bitcoins. So you can come over to our website, hit the banner, bring it up. you'll see how these spreads work. And it's, that could be a nice little range we're in right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big range, right?
Yeah, it is. And the range we're talking about, folks, the top of that range is approximately 11,700. We hit 11,007 on the first, on the bounce in February.
Yep.
On the bounce in,
That was March 5th.
And March is 1167.
Yeah.
1167. And see what you have here, this is kind of interesting. It's like, it's hard to tell. Candlestick charting wise, it's almost like a little island bottom. But you really can't depend on that because this trades 24 hours a day anyway. So it's like when they open, when they close. Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now are up 36. Nasdaq's up 36. S&Ps are up 8.5. Gold's down $6. Silver is off 12 cents. Notes and bonds slightly higher. We're going to be right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow up 18, Nasdaq up 32, S&P's up 6.5. We should go over to the Nadex platform, right?
Sure.
We'll bring up...
It's up there. Let me
Is
go.
it? Okay. So we'll bring up these spreads so you can see how these spreads line up, folks.
Oh, what's happening to Bitcoin?
Oh, look at that.
So this is the Bitcoin chart we have up there.
Yep.
So as we speak, these are 5-minute bars.
This went from 98 to 9400.
5-minute bars, so we're going about from 9,800. Yeah, whoops. What happened? What happened? There we go. So here's the spread. This week they opened, like you said, 8 a.m. Mondays. So this week you have $10,000. Bitcoin was at about 9,600 when the spread gets set. So you get 5,000 up, 5,000 down from that 9,600. We're a little bit below that level, but you can see the bid offer pretty much right around where we're trading at right now. So you got Bitcoin 94.42, and you have a bid offer of $20, $25 on each side.
That's pretty cool.
And it should be. Bitcoin's $160 away from the middle of a spread for a $10,000 spread.
Right.
But yeah, so, equal risk reward practically within the span of $100, $150. If you're buying it per contract, and even if you wanted to do a full Bitcoin, you can see that you're pretty much almost dollar for dollar. You have about $5,000 of loss potential versus $5,000 of profit potential.
Yeah.
And same thing, selling it, pretty much the same thing. It happens to line up, if you're buying it right now, a little bit better, only because you're slightly under that 9,600, which is going to be where the middle of that spread is. So your loss potential, if you're buying it, down to 4,600, profit potential up to 14.6, and vice versa if you're selling it. Yeah, there's been a little bit of movement. And quite movement last week, that's for sure.
There was, and watch this. Now, this morning I was looking at this. I don't have a position in this right yet, but when I was looking at this, wait till you see, they traded this thing in the future market right, let's see, which one, that one. I was really surprised how many contracts went off so early. Look at this already.
Okay.
This morning at 8 o'clock, I was looking at it when
Nadex opens up.
opened. And it's a 3,400 coins now at the CBOE, which is 1 coin apiece. And then the CME is 5 coins.
Yes.
And that was at 1,000, and now it's at 1,400.
Yeah, no, that's a big number.
This thing is getting bigger. This is, what is 10:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
That's a big number, man.
Definitely.
So people are, trading into this. So if we go take a look, you got Litecoin is flat. That's trading at 183 this morning.
Yep.
Ethereum is up 1.2%, 707. Ripple is
basically flat.
basically flat,
About 79, 80 cents. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a new, as you get new trading vehicles, what ends up happening, let me see if I can find this. What is happening, this was in the Journal this morning, there's a lot of different funds basically taking a look at this and saying, okay, when Bitcoin moving, does that give us some kind of an indicator for the market? Not a fundamental indicator, but an indicator for euphoria or selling.
Okay.
Because what they're saying is that Bitcoin came down off its high a month before the first correction that we had. So it's going to be intriguing watching that shake out.
Yeah. It's worth discussing, right? My counter to that would be, well, that doesn't factor in that it also came down the day that they announced futures trading. That had nothing to do with where the market was. That was just futures becoming available in Bitcoin
it could get
when it was at 20,000.
Exactly.
And what do you know? It hasn't seen 20,000 since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look at this. John Oliver gave an episode-long crash course on the topics of cryptocurrency and blockchain on Sunday nights last week tonight. Now, John Oliver is the guy on...
He's on HBO, and that's his
Right.
show last week tonight.
Okay.
It airs Sundays at 11:30. I didn't catch it last night, but this is probably
pretty cool.
last night's program.
Yeah, he introduced the subject of everything you don't understand about money combined with everything you don't understand about computers. Oliver compared cryptocurrencies to the $15,000 Beanie Baby before focusing on the variety of potential uses for blockchain. He ultimately cautioned against the high risk potential of cryptocurrency investment, telling crypto investors, just know that you're not investing, you're gambling. That's so true.
Yeah.
And I remember those Beanie Babies, man. The thing that's crazy is that, that guy, he became a monster, but that was how eBay was all about Beanie Babies when it first started.
Sure.
Isn't that wild?
Oh, for sure.
Beanie Babies and whatever those things were in the chiclet. I remember the...
Pez?
Yeah,
Pez dispensers?
Exactly. It's hard to comprehend that was one of the biggest things on eBay. Now they're selling cars and houses and everything,
Totally.
right? Totally. Let's go over and we take a look at the biotechs. So the IBB, we're trading 114.48. Okay, so this hasn't made it up. Well, still up at the highs for sure. Anything over 114.16 is, you had the spike high out there in January. Came down February 1st. That's the 2 weeks. But reality is that you're still up there. You're up there pretty good. Boston's going to get another storm, I guess.
Yeah, I know. They keep getting hit a little right now. I think it was over Kentucky early this morning, and I guess Cape Cod, when it eventually makes it up there, is going to get the worst of it just in terms of the winds. Might be like 60 miles an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is.
Let's go overseas and we'll take a look at the DAX in Germany. So the DAX in Germany, folks, as well as the UK, is still having a hard time getting any type of counter-trend bounce going. You know, we're still in the area of the downdraft from February, which is really intriguing. We go into the FTSE, you'll see it a little bit more. You know, the FTSE's down $13 right now. Yeah, you can see it's having a hard time. You know what was intriguing is that when I was looking at the steel tariffs and all this, what had happened last week, Trump had said that, hey, guess what? If you retaliate against us, we might put a 25% tariff on your German cars.
Okay, right.
And as soon as I heard that, I went over and I looked at the, you know, because it's like the DAX is really weak, folks, you know, in the context of the rest of the markets worldwide.
Okay.
Now, I didn't find all these, but it'd be cool to look at Volkswagen.
Sure.
Here's VOW3. I think that's Volkswagen. Yeah, it is.
Okay, it's some type of a preferred.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay, so if we bring this up. Yeah, none of them look that bad. I mean, they're off the highs. This is off the highs, 192 euros. You're at 159 now. Not the end of the world.
Can you pull that back a little bit further?
Yeah.
Just to see how it was handling all that scandal they had with. Okay, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I was saying
262.
They're still dealing with a little bit
Yeah.
of woes off
Oh,
of
yeah.
their
Big-
deal
big time.
with the diesel and the.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't them in terms of the only
No.
car company, as it gets revealed more and more. But
So you get BMW. Let's see. That's it right there. Yeah. Right?
I don't know. I think there was a BMW Corp right under there. If you just type in
BMW.
BM US Capital, maybe BMW is, or is that their capital on?
That's the cap. I think this is the common shares right
Okay.
there. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Manufacture luxury
Yeah,
cars. Okay.
$55 billion company. That's
Yeah. So that's trading 85 euros. Yeah. That's the scandal too. 123.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow just went red, down 2. Nasdaq is up 33. S&P's up 6.5. We'll come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 36, Nasdaq is up 27, S&Ps are up 3. So let's just go see what's hitting the good old Dow. It doesn't take much to basically, get something lower. Boeing, okay, that's interesting. So let's bring that up, because when we brought it up, it was down 4. It's down 6 now. Okay, it's pretty wild though. You only get a couple points and it can flip that baby around.
$350 stock for sure.
Right.
Just like on the positive side, it's Goldman and Apple.
Right.
$200 stocks at least. 250. Apple 180.
Let's go. I want to go. Let's go look at a few of these home builders. So picture, folks. You got. Well, first we'll look at the home builders. So you get Toll Brothers. Low for the year is 34. Highs 52. You're trading 45.
Yeah, for 52 weeks. Just.
Yes. So we put this back. You're off the highs of 52. You get a high volume low, which is probably going to get tested again, which is 42. We'll see whether that's just a consolidation. So let's go look at a few others. KB, let's see, KBH. See what this one's doing. This was a KBH. This was a laggard coming off the lows because they didn't sell the land quick enough. But let's see. Yeah, see the difference? Okay, so they're 2000. Look at this. Their 2005 high is $82 and they're at 29. And what happened? I can show you. What happened is that. Oh, okay. So first off, this looks pretty good on the daily. This looks like it actually run to like.
I think we're on a monthly right now.
Yeah, no, on the monthly. Okay, so the monthly 70 million shares took out 77. Okay, what is that? That's 70 to 77. But still looks like it wants to go up to 37. The difference is that when you see this, though, the high is $85 in 2005. Now watch the difference here. This is really crazy. But this is, you talk about a big company getting a stop loss. What Lennar did, and they both work in the exact same areas, and they're huge in Florida. Lennar sold all their land at a loss. And what ended up happening is that, people didn't realize how far that downdraft is going to be. They ended up buying it back like 6 years later.
Even lower, right?
And, even lower. Sure. And they got the tax loss.
From taking those losses.
From taking the losses. So what ends up happening is Lennar is up at its 2005 highs.
Sure.
This looks like it's going to consolidate for a bit. The reason let's bring up one more, because this is going to be all about interest rates, as to give us a clue how far they're going to go, because every % inside this market makes a big difference. Now look at this one, NRV. Now what this one is, this was a NRV. This company here ended up buying a huge amount of smaller builders and really did well. NRV, I must be putting the wrong one up. 1 second.
Was it NVR? I'm not sure.
Yeah, NVR. NVR. There it is. Okay, so they run under a lot of different names, and most of them are all regional big builders. You see this thing. This is like pretty amazing, actually. Look at this. So they're, you know.
Can you back it up to the 15
Yeah.
year? Okay, nice.
But you can see, when you look at this, folks, you don't have the 2005 deal, because what they did, they always did well just by themselves, but then they start building or buying the big regional family builders. But this is pretty intense, man. It's like, just see. So, yeah, look at that. Mid-Atlantic, so they went from 4.4 billion in 2014 to 7.3.
Yeah.
Mid-Atlantic, they kind of spread out nice. Mid-Atlantic, they do 3.5 billion. Mid-East, 1.3. Mid-Atlantic is the number.
Mid-East U.S. just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Northeast, 517 million.
Yeah.
Mortgage banking, 130. Well, we'll see what that. Oh, and let's go to Home Depot, because you know every time it's really impressive going to Home Depot or Lowe's or Floors and Decors to see how many people are actually in there. The people are shopping, man.
Yeah.
And what I would say, yeah, look at Home Depot, that they're not shopping like in 2005, 4, 5, 6. There was so many people refinancing houses, taking that, buying other things other than your house. Do you know what I'm saying? And when I'm in there, I really like the idea that people are actually in there buying things for their house.
Sure.
And it doesn't seem like that people are leveraged like they were then.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
But guess what? You know, what tends to happen is that if it goes into your house, well, guess what? You're paying contractors, you're paying for supplies, right?
Definitely.
Your asset is getting upgraded. The real question is that where are these interest rates going to go?
Sure.
You know?
So we get the Dow negative. What's going on?
Yeah. They went to Sherman-Williams. They went to the red paint store.
How about, let's call it Vaspar. Did you watch any of that Vaspar with Tiger this weekend?
Oh, man, I didn't. But
Oh, you missed a good one yesterday.
It was huge, I
yeah.
know.
Tiger, so close, man, so close. One
Right.
stroke back. He had a shot on 18 that was like a 40-foot putt to tie it, but he sunk a 44-footer on 17
I saw that in
to
the paper
force,
this morning.
so he could have made it. And
That's what he. Wow.
And it was only,
that was on 17.
That was on 17. He was 2 back coming into 17 and 18. He left his 17-foot shot like 45 feet, and it was like, oh, well, that's probably it, because he can't make that, and then he's got an eagle 18, so it's probably
Wow.
it. And he sunk the 45-footer in 17.
Unreal.
And then his approach shot on 18 left it with a pretty tough putt. And
The crowd must have been going crazy.
oh yeah, it was just good to see, and he looked great. So know,
Right.
he's. I think in his head he's back, which is the big
that's
big
huge.
battle. Yeah,
That's
I was
huge.
saying with some friends, it's almost better he didn't win, where he knows he's back, but he's still so hungry. Like you
Yeah,
know that
right.
that's all you
No,
need to know is you're
that-
back.
Right.
And
Right.
still he's like angry that he didn't win. You know,
Yeah,
and so
that's
he's going to
good.
be I think next week is Bay Hill, Arnold Palmer's tournament that he
Okay.
said
He loves that
awesome
one.
success on,
Yeah.
and then you get the Masters coming up, which is all he cares about is majors. So
Right.
yeah.
That's pretty
cool for sure.
And we had, it's so cool, folks. That's why everyone's moving down here. We had quite a weekend because we had that going on, and then we had the Grand Prix in St. Pete.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool too.
Definitely.
Waking up in the morning here and race cars running through the street.
I bet.
They start. So the practice round started like at 8 in the morning.
Okay.
You could hear them.
I'm sure.
And what happens is that they run through the streets, but at certain points the water is there, and they were interviewing the drivers, and they said they just love that you can do this in a major city. It's
beautiful, right? Yeah.
And run those turns. You know what I
Sure.
mean? So, pretty cool. Let's go over to the XAU, the HUI. Well, actually, let's go to the HUI, because the HUI, folks, has to get inside this higher range. And the range, it's a few dollars, 174.19. We've been down here, trajected it a few times, got back inside it last week, but that's the number you want to be watching. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now, flat. at 25,337. Nasdaq's up 36. S&P's up 6.5. We're going to come right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You don't buy into that nonsense, do you? You know you can't time the markets. I didn't. And in 2006, I set out on a mission to do just that. I began by surrounding myself with the greats like Tom O'Brien, Larry Pesavento, David White, and Basil Chapman. I read countless books and even looked to the moon and planets for answers. Now, we both know that trading is 80% mental. So I learned the exact tools that Tony Robbins uses to overcome fear. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability. And last March, the folks at Timers Digest began tracking my newsletter signals, which through January 18, 2018, placed me as the #1 gold timer for that exact time frame. Now, I can't officially be recognized until Timers Digest has a full year of signals, but clearly I've learned how to time the markets, and I'd like to teach you how to do that as well. Subscribers to Mastering Probability gain access to my live and archive workshops where I show you the exact same patterns that earned me this #1 ranking. If you're looking for great market calls and an education, sign up for Mastering Probability today at TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Think or Swim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So we have up here is robot takeover stalls and worst slump for AI funds on record. Hedge funds that use artificial intelligence and machine learning in their trading process posted their worst month on record in February, according to a Eureka Hedge Index that tracked the industry from 2011. The first equity correction in 2 years upended their strategies as once reliable cross-asset correlations shifted. While computerized programs feared for their potential to render human traders obsolete, the AI quants lagged behind their discretionary counterparts. The AI fell 7.3% compared to 2.4% in the broader hedge fund research index. You know what's wild about this? So picture the Renaissance Technologies is the most successful fund there is, right? And it's not necessarily an AI firm, but that was the guy was a coder for the CIA, bottom line math firm beyond belief. What's intriguing about that is that at the downdraft of 2007, 2008, right?
Yes.
That month, he did terrible, right? It was one of the worst months. Guess what? It only took him like 3 weeks to get it corrected.
Okay.
Right? And he kept roaring back. So it's going to be intriguing to see what happens here.
Sure.
Because it's the inputs that they're putting in.
Sure.
Like, okay, hold on, we got a different market now.
Yeah.
We got to do something about it. But I remember that so well how Renaissance just turned that thing around, and it's like, okay, so we'll see.
Yeah.
You know, what tends to happen is that at the beginning of choppy markets, you know, those AIs, you're on the right side of the trend. We've been on a trend for a long period of time.
Definitely.
You know, so we'll see how that shakes out. It looks to me that what we're going to have now, you had the NASDAQ breakout, NDX breakout, and we'll see whether the SPY can make it up here. You know, that's what it's trying to do. Stay right there, folks. We got swim lessons coming up next. Then we get our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.